Buying a home in 2023 has never been easier, especially if you want to do it without even using a bank. Lenders and big mortgage institutions are pulling back on their new loans. The same credentials that people were providing a year ago can't even get qualified to buy homes today. So you don't want to use banks. They're going to continue to change the rules. Whether they pull back or they start charging more interest rates, it won't matter to you because you're going to be using what we're going to be talking about here in this video. Guys, I remember the first time I tried to buy a house, I was working odd and end jobs as an entrepreneur, just hustling, and I was making like $5 or $6 grand a month. In a traditional sense, if I was working a W-2, I would have been just fine, but I didn't. I didn't have the credentials that someone who has that steady paying job could easily just walk in the door and get a mortgage. But I didn't know what I know now, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. If you're thinking about buying a home and you're afraid of like, I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, or maybe you're just tired of renting, or maybe you don't have the cash to show or the credentials or the credit, or my gosh, all the red tape that they require to go purchase a home, you won't even have to worry about that by something we call creative financing, right? Creative financing is a very broad umbrella of terms that really just relate to a couple of things: seller financing, subject to, and a mixture of the two, right? You'll hear some terms in this world such as a seller will carry the note, which means a seller will simply take their equity in the property, carry it, and allow you to make monthly payments to them on the purchase of their home. It's really cool. So instead of you going out and getting a loan from Wells Fargo or Bank of America for $300,000, a seller of that home of $300,000, nowadays they're willing to say, look, we want our price. We don't want to take a lowball cash offer. So if you come in and say, look, we'll pay your price, these sellers are willing to say, look, okay, fine, we'll sell it to you for $300,000. You come in with a down payment and you make payments to us monthly. We'll carry the note and you just make payments directly to us. It's kind of like when you go buy a car, right? You don't typically buy a car with all cash. You go work with a lending institution. They say, yeah, we got you pre-qualified. You make monthly payments, blah, 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 and you call it a day. It's tough to think about that when you're working with something like a super high price point. Typically a home is the most pricey thing you're ever going to buy in your life. People forget that you can take the same concepts and apply it to something like purchasing a home. And you can find these on the market right now by following these simple steps. So you can go to realtor.com. And once you get to realtor.com, all you have to do is go search the area that you want to purchase a home in. So let's just say here for me locally is Maricopa County, right? So I'll type in Maricopa County. And once I pull up all the listings in Maricopa County, it's going to show me all of them here. And then from there, I'm going to add a filter. In the filter, it'll allow me to search by keywords. So what realtors will do and other real estate professionals that's representing homeowners who want to sell their home, they will put in the description if the seller is actually open to carrying the note. So all I have to type in is carry here and hit enter. And I just pulled up a big list of properties in my market where the seller is potentially interested in carrying the note or carrying their equity. So if I just scroll down here and I click on this one property, you can see if I scroll to the description, I click on property description, I can see where the agent said seller is willing to carry or something along those lines. It's as simple as going down. I will scroll down on this page and I'll see where this listing is presented by a certain agent. It'll say their name here. I click on their name. I can give them a phone call directly from realtor.com and I can start negotiating with them and say, look, I'm really interested in your property here off of XYZ Street. I see that you guys are looking to sell it for X price and the owner is willing to carry. I would love to move myself or my family, or maybe you're buying this property for a rental, whatever you want to do. Say, look, I'm really interested in purchasing it. Do you think the seller would work with me on a down payment and we can figure out a monthly payment that'll work for the both of us? And when you do it this way, you're going to be able to negotiate great properties that are move-in ready that you can move into, or maybe you could turn into an investment, whatever you want to do. This information is free. You can negotiate down payments that is cheaper than a conventional loan. A conventional loan is 20% down. Even FHA is like 5, 7, 8% with all that red tape. You may even get a better deal just going directly to the seller. You have to, in fact, I know you will. You won't have to go through the bank. You can say, look, this is what I can give you down. Do you think you can work with me? You're cutting out all the BS and you're going directly to the homeowner and you're figuring out numbers that work for you and for them and creating a win-win scenario. So you're typically putting down way less than 20%. And typically your monthly payment is right now in the current mortgage landscape, you're getting mortgages for 7, 8, sometimes 9% interest. You're working directly with the homeowner. A lot of times we're in our internal real estate business, we're getting deals for 0%, 1%, 2%, 3%, super cheap debt that you can't go get from a bank. So guys, it's never been easier to purchase these homes. This information is free. It's out there for anyone who's willing to search for it. I promise you, it's not that difficult either. And if you're worried about how these conversations go or how to negotiate, you should be in our community. It's called the Real Estate Circle. It's on Facebook. I'll drop the link in the description. But also, if you want to see our inventory, you want to see the homes that we have available that I will finance, or maybe, maybe you're a real estate professional, you have buyers who's interested, maybe you're trying to build your portfolio, or maybe you're looking for something to move into. We have inventory every single week that we send out to our list as well. And we have that form in the description too. So irregardless, guys, it's never been easier to buy a property. You don't have to use a bank. Let's take action on this information. Hope you found value from this video today. If you did, subscribe to the channel, head over to the Facebook group, and I promise you, we know that you're going to be able to get the most out of what we're communicating here. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time. Bye.